If you've struggled with stress, balance, or burnout, and simply feel discouraged or even defeated, and if you're ready to move from force to flow and enjoy ultimate Zen success in your career, health, or relationships, then the Zen Success Show is for you. Your host, Carissa Sims, is an entrepreneur, corporate consultant, best-selling author, meditation teacher, and healer who has found her own Zen success. Here's your host, Carissa Sims. Welcome to this week's episode of Zen Success. Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Rhonda Liebig. Rhonda is a two-time published author, certified health coach, speaker agent, business coach, founder of the Fresh Inspiration Show, and CEO of Vitality Heart Hub. I love that name. I get like chills, like a little, ooh, Vitality Heart. Awesome. With over 10 years in the business world as a CPA and 20 years in the health and wellness industry, she has overcome personal health struggles by learning how to stop, reframe, and revitalize, yes, herself, clients, and audiences that she speaks with. Rhonda was on thyroid medication for 20 years, and she is going to share the key to vitality and success through using both physical and emotional awareness. A negative mindset will destroy positive intentions while working harder, leaving you fatigued with no quantum leap results. She speaks to audiences internationally on the how-tos to increase healthy cash vitality and clarity of mind to live their life unapologetically, run their business as a passionate CEO that is ready to arrive and inspire. And she has a quote here from Rhonda: "We all need a vitality refresher in this new world and creating a new level through our heart center." Welcome, Rhonda.
I am so happy to be here. Thank you. Thanks for holding the stage for all the precious stuff that you do. I'm so happy to be partnering today.
Yeah, that's amazing. I felt a little song coming out. Was that a song? I'm so happy you're here too. We can sing together. Woo!
We're doing some thyroid healing here. I feel like I'm learning how to open up my vibrato so I can really show up in years and years of feeling closed and clamored. I'm ready to go, my friend. I'm ready.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Did you ever have to get your thyroid, or did you get your thyroid removed, or no?
No. Okay, so I never had it removed, but there were things that were happening. There were shooting pains in my chest. There were, so many things that when I look back at it, I would sit down, I'd fall asleep, or I'd try and stay awake. And so there were these symptoms and aches and pains and swelling that were going on, but it doesn't happen anymore. And I've been off of medicine for 5 years. And it really comes down to truth.
Wow.
It comes down to truth. Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by that? Like by sharing your truth? What's true for you?
Gosh, what a great question. Truth for, well, I believe we're always talking to ourselves, so it's like within ourselves.
Yeah.
And so that we can, I think of it as reconciling. We have like 80% we're known to be like real negative in our head, our cerebral head. Really, it's about fight or flight. So if we can reconcile this 80% that's known to be negative that we say to ourselves, when we start listening to that, then we can get to partner and be our best friend. We get to hold our heart and say that we love ourselves. So then when we are with people, we're just being. When we get triggers, we get to enjoy people. And it's a beautiful world, and it's every day I want to step into, so I get to keep learning. This life is precious. This body is precious. I just lost 4 people this year that were big pillars in my life, and I feel like I'm in this new body and these new wings.
Wow.
And
You mean they died? They died? They died? 4
Yeah.
people. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Mother, two best friends, a client that was with me for 10 years that really loved on me. I gave her such great
Oh,
transformation. She really got to see me 10 years ago. I was just a little baby
wow.
and then
You
to do all the stuff I've
transformed.
been doing. I know.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it kept her around. And then when she moved on, I looked out at the clouds the next day and because she was such a lovely being. Her
Hmm.
name was Susan. And I could hear her saying, "Look, Rhonda, I can play now." And I could hear
Ah!
it.
Oh my God.
I was laughing, going, "You sure
Wow.
can, my friend. You sure can."
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
One of my gifts is I help to ascend spirits. So I just checked in. I was like, oh, is she here with you? But no, she ascended to heaven. Yeah, her and
It's
your
beautiful.
mom.
Appreciate to get that from you. Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, yeah, because it's like when you hear those messages, it's like she is free. And that's beautiful. And it's like you are just an incredible person to not be sad. Like you're not drowning in your sorrow, or maybe you've been through that. Maybe you went through that darkness and sadness and to the other side where you realize that this death is temporary and their spirit
Yeah.
is alive and well.
I'm in alignment with you, my friend. And with the thyroid healing, and I'll say it for everybody, all your healing, wherever
Mm-hmm.
you show up, what you feel you're healing with, it could be emotional, it could be physical, it could be aches
Mm-hmm.
and pains. But I partner with you when you start realizing that there's things that just really disturb you. Hey, I lost 4 pillars in my life. Oh,
Yes.
that's so disturbing. So, what can I do to not just walk away, put it under the rug, and then it comes off and on, and then I cry forever, and it's very difficult to be able to reconcile that part. But you can still do it then, but why not do it at the beginning when these things happen? So what I did is my best friend, when she passed away 2 months ago, I went on a walk that her and I did, and I started crying
Wow.
right away. And it
That's
was
so
like,
beautiful though,
yeah, it
because
was
you
like
were
it stayed with
honoring
me for a
her.
moment.
Yeah, you were honoring her and your relationship. It's beautiful. And and it's like, and then that was healing. And then, but it's like maybe you still had open wounds from the other deaths.
Yeah, so we go in earlier. I believe we have a timeline. But I've been doing this discussion, and it started with myself first, noticing that we have blips in our timeline, as we're
Uh-huh.
growing. And if we can get back to those and say hello and kind of seek out what the experiences were, and then go in and say what you need to say, and go in and do your journaling and get recognize and start recognizing how that's affecting you in your life. First thing I notice is that it affects our body. For me, when I lost my best friend in fourth grade, her and her dad were in a car, and her dad blew up the car. He was like, "I'm taking Mary with me." That's my beautiful friend. And I didn't understand how it was affecting me. But in fourth grade, I didn't know how to ask those questions. I didn't have a guide or a coach. And my mom said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And then we kind of moved on. But what I noticed is that that was the beginnings of things that were pulling on my thyroid. My belly started bloating.
Oh,
I started
interesting.
separating. Yeah, I started
Interesting.
separating myself. I started feeling different because my emotions were just out there. I couldn't come
Mm.
back into present for so long. And so it was a lifelong to be right here now and to be able to share that experience where I love my friend Mary and I really miss her. She's so special, but I get to celebrate her. The stuff that I do now, I get to celebrate her. She was here with me every single day to make sure I was okay because I had a single parent mama. And my
Mm.
mama was working and I didn't have much guidance. So
Mm.
These are the stories that really help in our timeline to understand in a special way. Because we're going to feel sad at first. We start looking at that timeline, but we get to let it go. And we feel this freedom, we feel this safety, we feel new, refreshed vitality. And those pillars is what really grows in this world so that we can vocalize what's important to us. We get to start healing deeper and deeper.
That's powerful. Wow, I'm kind of like blown away that we're talking about this. I just love talking about this, and I just want you to share a little bit about your journey to healing, because a lot of people in our audience may have issues, or they may even have thyroid issues. So, what was it specifically that you decided to do, and was there a difference from what your doctor said to do and everything?
Oh, wow. This is fun. I get to really share this story. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Yay.
No, I'll make it short. I'll make it rich and
Oh,
short.
yeah. No, we've got time, girl. Bring it.
Uh, First, if you want to play with this, everyone, is put your hand on your heart and really you, appreciate what your body gets to do, and give yourself opportunity to stop fighting with the body. Get to learn about your body. Say hello. I love you. I'll do everything I can to be here for you. And there's these things when you start saying this, you're going to have different emotions. It can be emotions around feeling uncomfortable or ready to step in and you lean forward. So, however you show up, those are the first steps. They really, really are. Now, what it really comes down to, that's the journey in meeting up with yourself every day. Where it starts off is deciding, am I really going to step into this because this is my time? Am I ready to be a rock star? Meaning at my authentic self where I get to be free and play and really play. Not feel like it's a chore, not feel like you don't have time, but you go, and you lean in, you get curiosity going and things start happening where you can hear things for yourself. I decided to stop taking that pill. As a health coach, I've been in the health industry for 20 years. And I was like, you know what? I'm not really stepping into it. And I understood at that time that I was at my clients for not stepping in to their stuff. And I was very exterior. I started acknowledging that. I haven't felt what they're going through. I mean, I have because I did this, and that, and I listen to myself. I'm just kind of like up higher, like yeah, I listen to myself. Yeah, whatever. And what I did is I literally just left medicine, and of course, that's not something I'm telling people to do. But as a health
Yes, this
coach, I
is
started
not
going.
medical advice. It's just her own decision. Everything is your own decision.
This
Yes.
is my decision, but I do help people transition from medicine because I believe we can grow a new body. That's a whole discussion we may pick up a little bit. But what I did is when I stopped doing that, I literally gained 60 pounds. And I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. So a lot of aches and pains come
Oh,
in.
wait. So can I just clarify something? When you stop taking your thyroid medication?
Yep.
Aha. Oh.
Because thyroid, lovely, takes care of everything. And
Mm.
the medicine was saying, hey, thyroid, don't work. I'll take care of you. But the medicine, let me tell you, this first part I should have is that I was getting a little bit of extra aches and pains. And I was, well, is it the medicine or is it that there's
Mm.
this veil that I really can't feel some of these things going on? And so when I took that medicine away, the veil got pulled away. And I started hearing these words and phrases, and excuse me for throwing this out there, so put your shield on. But it was like, you're no good. Things aren't worthy of what you're doing, and it kept going on. And I understood
Wow.
these things that that I heard when I was younger, or as time went on, I made new words to be able to say to myself. When I started hearing that, I really stepped into it and I got to smile. I said, you got this. Because now I can hear it. Now I can hear and see these things are coming at me. And all of a sudden I could feel this crud that was on my
Ah,
skin. And it was my saboteur suit. It was like this suit, since
oh,
I was a kid, I was carrying it. And it felt so
oh.
comfortable.
So it
So
was
that's
coming
good.
out of you. It was coming off of you and out of you.
And nobody could see it. Nobody could feel it.
Yeah.
But it was like a zipped up suit. It was all clear. And at times, I may have had candida at times because it literally was there. It was thick, but when it was gone, it was still there. That suit was still there. So that was me emotionally going through my journey. Physically going through my journey, learning how to use food and herbs, understanding, like seeking more herbs to understand how things work so I can take care of my liver speaking to my thyroid. I can take care of my kidneys so I don't feel so sad and whole hum, but I want my vitality. I want my chi. I want movement in my flow of my heart. How can I go in deeper with those food and herbs? That's the journey. So no matter where you're stuck, the universe has you. It has you. You just want to step in and do the beginning step that we did right when I was asked that question. Give yourself space and time,
Mm.
sharing with your hand on your heart. I love you. And things will come. Things will come. Guide. It's very nice to have a health coach, have a guide. I love having spiritual guides. You can do it on your own, but when you're transitioning, it's nice because people find the crud that you're stepping in that you might have blinders on. This is where you
Mhm.
get to go in depths.
Yeah, and it's so true that a lot of times it's just helpful to have another perspective. It's not that you can heal on your own, but if you have a guide who's done it before, like someone like you, it's just you've been there. You've like can help them. You can take their hand through the whole process. So there was something that clicked in you that you felt that the medications may be bad for you or they could be suppressing these emotions, this bad self talk that was starting to come out after you stopped taking them?
I believe Western medicine is fabulous. When you have like stuff going on and you have these aches and pains and you can't get away from them, and they're like, you better take some medicine because this and that's going to happen. Yes, I believe that. What I understand and feel in my 53-year-old body is that medicine is there to lift and get you in that spot. Systemically, that's the work. That's the work. That's the emotion that's sitting in there. That's your timeline of stuff that's happened that's sitting in there. If we believe that we have an emotional body, like we notice these triggers that we get, say somebody says something to you and you jolt, that's affecting your body.
Mm. Yeah,
That's the
because it's
work.
that
That's the stuff.
fight or flight response. Like that's why it's affecting. Yeah.
Yeah, like in those in if we go into different scenarios of chakras, we just get stuck. So the medicine is there, and when you're ready, you can think about how to go deeper, and that is your journey. That is your choice. So everybody has a choice, and it's
Hmm.
beautiful.
Yeah, you can go as deep or not as you want. But sometimes when you go deep and you really dig out these tough, like what you're saying, negative self-talk or these negative emotions, there can be incredible rewards. Like with you, there was healing for you, right?
Yeah, healing, energy, connection with people. I feel like when I coach, I'm even coaching about relationships because I believe all is one. And
Mm.
when you're with a community speaking or just you and me hanging out and we know that we're inviting those souls that are right here that are ready to come in and listen to your podcast that if all is one, if I do something here, boy, everything else in life is going to be fabulous. And if you keep learning that oneness journey, oh, it's exciting. It's really, really fun because you go, I don't have time for that. And it's like, well, if I do that, what else is going to come up in my life that's going to make me feel like what I want to feel, whatever that is, whatever your special gem is. And like one of your most favorite days, I want your day like that every single day. That is my love. That's my journey.
That's what you want for yourself and your clients. That's amazing.
Everybody, that's I feel like we're locking arms together to
Mm,
transition this world from the naysaying that's going on. Boy, it's so easy to hear somebody just want to shame you, and or you end up accidentally shaming others, which I think is important to learn about yourself too. But when we come as partnering, that's where the sweet spot is, where we can really transform this world. And then we don't look at the news or the exterior stuff, or just walking into social media and wanting to, catch up on things. That we really
hmm
recognize, that's not working. I want to be working just a bit harder in my business or in my life, and make sure that everybody around me feels really, really good. And so that's what this work really brings.
mm. Yeah, that's amazing. So, how long did it take? So, you said you gained this weight, and did you start because you gained the weight? Did you think, oh, well, maybe I need to start change my diet too? Or like, what was the progression and how long did it take to heal?
That is a good question because I think everybody would have that question. You go straight to food. It's like, where's the
Right.
diet? Like, am I counting calories? Like, there's so many cool things. Or like, people talk about the chemistry in your body. Like, what
Yeah.
is it? What it comes down to is I cried, and I laughed and I smiled and I said, "Boy, this is really good." So it was the healing of that. Like literally, when I saw my body swell, I knew like, okay, SOS. Let's get some adjustment in the food. Let's make sure we don't have
Uh-huh.
pizza right now off and on. Let's make sure we're just fully dialed in, because I believe we can have everything we want, but your taste buds change and you start wanting more of that stuff that heals you. So I started getting into the food deeper, but emotionally, I went deeper, deeper into meditation. I started telling people from my heart that I loved them.
Oh,
And I started
wow.
learning about, like what you were saying, I run the Vitality Heart Hub. How do I really say that out in this world? I run a show. I'm doing stuff in a way where I'm partnering with people all over this world. So how can I say that if I really don't believe it? And that's what I did, telling people I love you, sitting
Oh,
with
I see.
people, letting them be seen and heard, changing my food to where it's like, what can I eat now that will help heal my body? Keep doing that. Yeah, yeah, keep doing that. And it got deeper and deeper. I got more comfortable eating vegetables and not feeling like I had to have tons of heaviness in my body, because that heaviness is what satiated me and almost numbed me. So if you think about
Ah,
that, like what's numbing you, those are the things that stop your emotions to being able to really hear
oh.
and see yourself.
Oh, that's fascinating. So sometimes the foods that we eat that might be heavier can numb us to our emotions. I've
Yeah.
never heard that before. That makes sense.
Have you eaten something and you go, oh, I feel so good? And it's
Hmm.
not always just about the taste buds. It's just like your body is just like singing. Mine would be a chocolate chip cookie that reminds me of my dad.
Yeah,
And
I
I
was
go and
gonna
I go
say
and I grab
chocolate.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I just go and grab it and I go, I know I'm grabbing that. And I eat it and I go, yes. But I used to eat 50 of them when I was on my thyroid medicine, because emotionally there was a lot going on. And I wasn't really listening and knowing that that one or two cookies is just going to be like, oh, and I chew it till it like just melts all in my mouth. Or before, I'd eat one
You
cookie and I
love
go, that went too
food.
fast, and I eat and eat. Oh yeah, because I know I'm a holistic wellness coach, so yeah, it always goes to, of course, it goes to food.
Yeah, of course, of course. Wow, that's amazing. So this was a process over a few months of sending love to yourself, accepting yourself, and then also loving people that you interacted with, and you started, then did you start to lose weight and be more of a
Oh,
normalized
within a year. Yeah. And
within a year?
what's interesting is that, yeah, I pretty much looked the same within, 12 months. But then all of a sudden, I just ballooned up really big again, like right away. And what it came down to is I starting to go through hormone stuff because I
Yeah.
was going through menopause, like the beginning stuff. And I kept thinking, oh, thyroid, what would happen? And so what I did is I went and hired a person I love so much that's a health coach from my school, and I said, please help me. These are the symptoms that I'm having. And this is what I know about herbs. This is what I know about food. This is what I understand. And she put another layer of experience of, 10 years of working as a health coach now. And I went right back to where I am, and I'm still healing. I don't have
Yeah.
the symptoms anymore, but my insides are starting to tone again, and my
Mm,
heart is feeling strong again. Because when you have these things happen, we don't really connect with our body all the time, but I can feel these scenarios happening as they're going along. And that helps you because like when you make it scared because something's going on. Like you go, oh my gosh, my
mhm.
arm, it keeps hurting. Oh, I probably have blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
this is happening. I probably have, we're always diagnosing yourself. This journey really helps you know your body's resilient. Keep giving it love. Your body is here and will be here for you if you keep staying present with your body
Mm,
and listening. So there's a lot of
mm.
nuggets around that. But I've been off medicine for 5 years.
Oh my
The
gosh.
first year was a big one connected with thyroid and life,
Yeah.
but it goes deeper because I can feel little thyroid like symptoms that I had, quote unquote. And I'll go, oh, here, wait, there's been a few days I haven't been doing my work. This is fun.
Yeah.
And then
Th-
and then I go right back in because as humans, we're not going to do everything perfect. So let's just keep listening and playing, with what we know works, and then keep adding in new layers is what's fun.
Oh, that's beautiful. And how was your life otherwise? Were you ambitious in your career? Were you in a relationship? What did you have going on in your life when you were doing this healing?
Well, let's see. I have been in this industry, like doing the stuff that I'm doing as an entrepreneur for 12 years. Before that, I was a CPA, so
Yeah.
accountant, like what you're saying. But I was I was showing it very exterior. And my husband's been in my life for 20, almost 25 years. He was used to this girl that didn't cry, really was
Mm.
very into doing stuff where it's like power, but not
Okay.
in the heart power, not in the wisdom power, but the like exterior, like, oh, something hurts me. Oh, it won't hurt me. Oh, I'm going to
Ah,
fight
yeah.
this battle, and I'm fighting everything, and I'm going to tell people when they're doing something wrong, or I'll just give them that look. And there was a lot of judgment, and that's what was happening. And so it's so sweet. My husband was like, "Who are you?"
But
Hello,
he
who
but
are
he's
you?
but he stayed with you because he
Yeah,
knows the core of who you
yeah.
are is
He could see it.
incredible.
He could see it. He could see it. But when you get somebody that's exterior and all about working out, you're
Yeah, yeah,
like, oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's who yeah, cool. That's who, she's gonna show up doing this and that, and all
Yeah,
of a
yeah,
sudden,
yeah.
like this Zen woman coming up, and I still, act the same, but I'm more calm. I
Yeah,
listen, and I'm more present. And that
yeah.
present space he loves more. He's like, wow, actually, you have a 16 18-year old, I get to guide them, I get to love on them, and they're learning from the journey instead of me roar, coming at them that way. And
Beautiful.
so as parents, it was difficult for a while. We were
Yeah.
coming back together, and that's what's so beautiful is I really love relationships and how to love on each other. And it's a
Mm.
journey. It's not easy, but if you find everything not being easy, meaning it's playful and you're ready to just go all in, Then some fun stuff happens, some fun discoveries. And you love on your partner even more. You go, gosh, you're sexy. And then he's like, he's looking
You
like,
look at
here,
them
wait,
different.
I am. He's like, here, wait, I'm, 20 something years older. What are you talking about? And I'm like, I can feel his sexiness. I'm like, inside, you're just so, like, I can see it. And he's beautiful because he works out. I mean, there's this man that just does no wrong. His body always looks good. And he's like going towards 60. And I go, what the heck? As a woman, I'm like, man, how does he still look so like all put together?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
as
yeah.
expanding and contracting and stuff, and it's all beautiful because the expansion in my body as a health coach, I got to show up and really just be with people and allow them to experience me in this beautiful new body. And then as I'm slimming down, allowing people to experiencing me in this new body. And we just, there is no judgment. It's a journey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, just for our audience, let's go into some tips for them. Do you believe we sabotage our health?
Yeah, we've been talking about that all the way through here, haven't we? With the mindset and stuff, but the specific things I would love, love, love if you are all in with this discussion and you're finding it really interesting. Look at things that you do that might be closet eating. The things like when people aren't around and you try and throw some stuff in your mouth because you're like, oh man, I'm just craving this stuff. And you don't do it in front of people. Learn to reconcile that so that you can start healing your body in a way that whatever you do behind closed doors, you do in front of everybody. So that it all becomes one. So you don't feel like you're hiding. So the fraud, which now we're talking mental, so the fraud syndrome doesn't come up. So your brain partners with your heart even more. And so you're not in the fight or flight anymore because that's where the brain goes. But you have that wisdom on this earth along with the wisdom of the heart, putting those together. So learning how to marry those things. So first we have the food, checking in, seeing where you may be hiding, where you want to bring all as one. Number two, really listening to yourself of like what's the food that I truly love that I'm going to keep eating so that you don't go out on a crazy, crazy diet. So still the food. Listen to your mindset. Listen to where your stuff is, where you feel like you are sometimes feeling like a fraud, where you're fighting with yourself within your mind. Those tips to me and what I've been talking about this whole time, that's where you stop sabotaging. Because those little things that you do become bigger and bigger. And when you
Mm.
heal little by little by little, those become quantum leaps. And if you can be doing quantum leap, I'll tell you another thing it does. It bends time for you. So we know that time feels scarcity. So when we get into our brain thinking quicker, our body, our metabolism moving and healing, our brain does things quicker. So things that took you 60 minutes will take you less time and less time. It's a way to manage life. So we sabotage our health.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm sure there's many ways that we can do it, like maybe
Mm-hmm.
not prioritizing our health. I know as sometimes as a mom, like I feel, oh, I need to do this for my kids and, I don't have time to work out or whatever it might be. And then I get stuck in a cycle where all of a sudden I haven't worked out and I notice it, my energy level. And it's like for 2 weeks, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I need this. I need to work out and I am sabotaging it for whatever reason. I don't even know why. I'm not even aware of it.
Well, I think of it this way too. I have a 16-year-old daughter,
Hmm.
and she's almost like my experiment.
Is she
Because
is
I
she
can't
excited
remember.
about that?
I can't remember, like healing and how fast it happens and stuff like that. But she does volleyball and she works really hard. But when she takes like a full week off, like, a young body, and then she gets back into it the next week, her young body is sore. She has a difficult time getting back into it. So think about as you age. When
Mm-hmm.
you're 18, when you're in your 30s, 40s, 70s, 80s. So yeah, like 2 weeks can be a long time. You can start with gentle, beautiful movement. I come from personal training. I taught aerobics when I was 19 years old, and
Yeah, I
I
was a
think I
personal
love
trainer
to.
then too, when I was young. Yeah. Yeah. When I in college. Yeah, totally. It's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's so interesting because you think, "Oh, I'm in shape and everything," but even just it's like your body craves and needs that movement. I mean, whatever it is for you, it can be gentle like you were saying, qigong or tai chi or whatever, but it's so important to clear the chakras. I think there's such a physical
Mhm.
component of that movement that helps facilitate healing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I see it as the three energy revitalized pillars.
Oh, okay.
If we have food, and we're getting better at that, if we have mindset and those strategies, those basic motivational things or ways to reconcile, what's happening in our mind, and the body movement. But if you do it in a way that just flows, so it doesn't feel overwhelming like you have three big goals, but you step in gently in all three of those. But you get to do anything deeper on one of those than the other. But if you have those three going, because let's say you stop doing the workout for a few days. Well, the other two pillars have your back, but you'll notice you're limping a little bit, like you just don't feel as much energy. We add that back in, you start feeling well-rounded quicker. And if you keep that in mind and just know it's going to show up every day, like some body movement, make sure you're not sitting all day. Get some
Hmm.
body movement. So it doesn't always have to be a workout. And why I
Yeah.
said gentle is that when you're in your 40s and 50s, there's a lot of hormone flexes going on. And so if you can work out to the point before you feel the reverse happen in your energy, so that you feel really good still, then what's going to happen is your stress hormones won't sit in your body so much. It won't try and help you because that's when the belly starts getting a little bit bigger and inflammation starts happening. So that's, I think, a specialty when you're around that age. But if you're a runner, then do your days where you're more zen, but go out and do your running, do your wild and crazy stuff because your body's used to it.
Hmm.
But don't go out and do a big workout program, and because you may actually gain weight from it. You may accidentally gain weight.
Oh,
So be real
interesting.
careful.
I've never heard of that before. How does that
Oh
happen?
yeah,
How
I see
can
it all
you,
the time.
yeah, how can you gain weight from a workout? It's a workout that you're saying doesn't necessarily serve you.
Yeah, if you are really pushing yourself, like
Ah.
that you feel like like when you're done, you go, man, I'm tired. Instead of like, oh, I feel so good. Then what happens is your stress hormones come in and your fight or flight, your
Oh.
brain says to your body, slow down. You
Hmm.
have to heal. Your body needs this. And then that slowing, no matter how much cardio you do, how much, you deplete yourself of calories or whatever, your strategy is with food, you will still gain weight. You'll still have the inflammation. And if you lose weight, where it's going to sit, then is in your joints, or like we can talk about the chakras, it manifests somewhere in your body. So we're all about healing, how to do that.
Mm. So, what's your coaching method for your clients? And do your kids and husband let you coach them? Do they let you coach them?
No. Oh my, that's like a sin. You just said that. Oh my goodness.
I did. I
No,
did
no,
it.
no. No,
Okay. So, what's
husband's
your,
husband's off the chart. Okay, whatever, because he does his workout. He knows his stuff, whatever.
Mhm.
You notice that voice change. What I do is I feel like this holistic lean in with my clients, really getting to know them getting to know themselves. So a lot of mindset flow first, hearing them out, because intuitively, after doing this for so long, intuitively I can feel what they're asking, what their body's asking. All the studying of the organs and studying of like looking at their face and hearing their vocals, I can make a plan for them within 45 minutes, or maybe we'll go for an hour and a half. I will help them make those decisions that they want to do. So going in with the food, then, but that layers in because say somebody's with me and they're learning to do stuff in business. You know what? That stuff really partners with their business because people know if they work with me, we're going to work with vitality. I don't know how to run a business without being able to have a clear mind, have that energy. So the next layer is I don't know which one comes first. I think it depends on personality of the person I'm working with and how the conversation flows because it comes in as a regular conversation and just flows right into coaching. And by the time they're done, they have this plan and they're like, oh, okay, we're done. And so they'll have strategies around their business. So what I hear is ways that they're not stepping in. So it can be around words and phrases they're saying. It can be around the energy that's showing up. I know how to tether that into their business to get to know it, to understand what's that breathing thing that they're creating. And so I'll be able to create more flow so they do better social media for themselves authentically. Because what it comes down to, I just want people to authentically know themselves. All the answers are there. I'm just a guide, but whatever I've learned on this earth, that I get to use that, and whatever falls out, it just downloads for me. And I say, okay, and it helps them move forward. It helps them create more income when they're ready. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. But it helps them create what they want to create, what they want to manifest. And I believe that's the way that is the way that works for me. And so anybody that would ever want to even have a conversation, does this feel juicy? Does this feel
Mm.
exciting? Because that's the way, if we keep saying all is one, I don't know how else to do it. When I first started this 12 years ago, it didn't look like that. It totally looked different. The plan was I had a piece of paper and a pen, and I was
Yeah.
writing them down and having them do a quiz. And, like it, I know on
Uh-huh.
your podcast, it's like, it's an MP3 or do, I'm like, I'll move my hands like crazy. But
And you wrote
anyway,
a book, right? The FITT solution that was a number one bestseller on Amazon. So that's
oh, that was
amazing.
my first baby book. And it was all
Yay.
about if you were hanging out with me as a health coach. And so it has like a 6 month kind of fun, cool plan. I mean, I'm happy with it. It has a double T. So it's focus. The fit means something. Focus, integrate, transform, and thrive. We miss the
Yay.
party, and
Transform and
thrive is the
thrive.
party. And my second book is 14 Days to a Flat Belly. Now, when I wrote that, it was my diabetic dad who passed away that was on my shoulder saying, Rhonda, if I would have updated these things in my life, would I still be here? You'd think that my life would have been better. Like there's just these things that I built a guide around calming the hormone, rebalancing the blood sugar. And I don't believe in 14 days you can do a full flat belly, but it's a health coach approach. It's like, how can I take the inflammation down? And you'll learn there's big healings that can happen in your body within 14 days. And so that really drastic big title, 14 Days to Flat Belly, is really sharing that what do you want in 14 days? And if you believe that you can have a flat belly in 14 days, I believe you will. I saw people with liver conditions going back to their doctor and their liver not having the signs that there was swelling going on like it was nothing.
Wow.
There's stories all throughout that I wanted people in there to give me the experience, and it amazed me because I wrote this book just as a download, and then when I finally saw it, it was like I didn't release it for 2 years. I was really afraid of the title, and I felt very shallow about it, but that title has held, but not in the ego sense, but in the heart sense, and
Mm.
challenging you in a way like, what are you going to get out of that? Come on, go for it. What can you do in 14 days? It's only 14
Yeah.
days.
Like a little challenge, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're also connected with Bernie Siegel,
Mm.
the medical doctor. That's incredible that you got to interview him, right?
Trista, I can't believe it. I had a breakthrough while I was talking with him, and I realized some things about myself. That man is magical. So I call him up and I sent an email and I said, oh my gosh, Bernie, I had you as a teacher in Institute for Integrative Nutrition. You changed my life. This is how you changed my life. He said, Rhonda, I'll do an interview with you. Yeah. And he goes, you know what? Usually I charge for that, but I understand with the journey that you're going on, I want to be there for you. And I was like, oh my, I was like, wow, it was the
Wow.
beginning of me learning about these love bugs out there that will do stuff when they feel your heart because you're not using them. You're like, let's partner. And he partnered with me. It's like a 30-minute interview. It's beautiful.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to listen to that. Are you also a producer, TV producer?
I, yeah, I have a multi-level media show. We didn't talk about this component, but I believe that I'm here on earth to bring speakers together. We use our vocals to heal this world by being able to be out there. So this show I call it hashtag speaker locking arms. That's the movement. The
Mm-hmm.
show is called the Fresh Inspiration Show, Mindset Transformation Entertainment. And I produce it. Any new download I have about how to get out there in the world, how to partner with more people, how to bring people on that I believe are superstars, and I can host them. And I love seeing and hearing people. And I do the marketing, but they do marketing too. Like it's this whole producing process, or production process, but people want on board. They learn how to
Mm-hmm.
market themselves better. They learn how to produce their own stuff. So I feel like I'm here as a teacher and a guide, and whatever I get from people and whatever they give me, it's like this beautiful give and take. That's what the show is about. How can we serve out there? How can we get the entertainment going so we feel like we have a journey away from the day-to-day mundane? So it's a lot of motivation.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Very cool. I want to be on your show. I want to be on your show.
You know what? You should be. Oh my gosh. This is
Yeah.
Liebig talking about it. Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So, what is Zen success to you?
Being, being quiet, listening, allowing, creating, not losing yourself, loving others, breathing fully, not shallow, loving on food, loving your body, loving you. YOU capital. You.
That's powerful. It's been such a pleasure getting to know you, hearing about how you coach your own healing journey, your show, all of your books. And I'll put your website and how to connect with you in the show notes. So much Zen success to you on your journey.
I am laughing and smiling. I'm enjoying you so much. And thank you so much for inviting me as we're getting to know each other. And I believe there is going to be more. You and I think we're going to be doing something together.
Awesome. I would love that. Well, have a blessed day.
You too.
That's it for today's episode of Zen Success. Head on over to iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you listen to shows. Zen Success is also available on the radio in select markets through amfm247.com. Subscribe to the show and share with friends. Be sure to head on over to zensuccessshow.com to help you on your Zen success journey and join us on the next episode. May you find your own Zen success in life.